Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I want to talk to you about what millionaires don't tell you. And it's a secret that people are holding for the longest time. And it took me a while to understand what they're doing, what they're not telling us, how many mistakes I made. So my name is Jules. I lost 50K in my first business. Once I learned this method and I stuck with it, I managed to create my own 4 companies, to get into partnership with several other businesses. And this is a method that I teach not only my business partners, not only my team, but rather every single person who comes to our coaching and consulting business. Usually people pay a lot for it, and that's what millionaires don't tell you to do. When I started my first business, I was young, naive, and dumb, right? So people told me that in my first business, all I need to create is a bestseller offer. And for the longest time, I created that bestseller offer. I created that course that I didn't do and people could buy. And I had a lot of clients and a lot of people who bought from me. And it was great. I sold a high ticket. I managed to sell to a lot of people, but none of them returned because the product itself was an offer delivery of one single plan, right? So we helped people to move from one country to another, and we helped them with all of the bureaucracy. And for the longest time, we made a lot of money from that. But then I looked at the CEO, and the CEO told us that if our sales team doesn't work, or if we have a star in our sales team, then all of our eggs are in his basket and it's a problem. And I was like, okay, how can I create a plan? Because, people usually want to move just to one different country. So how can I create an offer that once people buy it, they will be able to continue to return? I started to do a one-to-many offer. So I started to teach people how to do it. I started to educate them on how to do it. For the longest time, I loved it. So we had a bunch of clients, we made more money, and then they returned to another product. And from then on, I started to realize the stability that it gave me. People taught me that we have 3 types of offers. The first offer is a lead magnet, or just like an offer that I would lose a bunch of money on it. It's called I got nothing to lose offer. So a lot of people tell you like write a book or create a digital course or a VSL or a webinar, and people just join it and then buy my premium offer. And for the longest time, I thought that it was great, right? Until I was like, okay, wait, hold on. I'm still in survival mode. Like I still give them like this one chance to work with me, and I don't have any long-term commitment. So when I started my second business or my third business, I was like, wait, hold on. I want to create like a long-term offer. Even if they pay me less, like I want to make sure that they stay with me for the longest time, because then I could stack the cash, right? Because imagine that they pay me in installments. I wouldn't have to start the next month from scratch. I would have to start it from $5,000 or like $10,000. So I started to see what happens if I manage to sell the I got nothing to lose offer and then sell the long-term offer. And if they don't want to buy it, or if they don't want to sell it, then maybe I could sell the one-time premium offer. It's funny because when I started my third business, the consulting business, right? I had like hundreds of competitors, and I sat in a room with like a bunch of them, like 20 of them. And they were like, oh man, like I'm a businessman. I know what to do. I'm like a business consultant. And for the longest time, I was like, okay, yeah, sure. They were like, yes, I have the biggest, you guys continue the sentence, right? And I was like, well, I don't want to have the biggest company in the world. I want to have the best company in the world. And they looked at their marketing management. They looked at VSLs, at webinars, and how to generate more leads, which is great. But I looked at LTV. I looked at how can I make my clients never leave me? So when I started my consulting business, I hired 3 consultants at first. And then I was like, okay, they will teach people how to do marketing and funnels. They will teach people how to do sales. They will teach people how to generate their finances. And then I saw that the clients who returned wanted more of the finances, the planning, because they hired more people. They managed to grow their business, and then they wanted help with hiring more people. So that became a department in my consulting business. While my competitors generated more leads for the same offer, I managed to expand my plans to make sure that I have one premium plans that people want to continue because we get to work with them on different problems. And the greatest basically difference was returning customers. While my competitors were fighting for their fucking lives, I was like chilling, right? Because my clients not only returned, but they also recommended me. So for the longest time, I had those same customers that basically returned and brought their friends and helped me just like grow my income stream, and then I could hire easily. Like I wouldn't have to like via sales and webinars and just like invest a lot in paid ads, because that was a lot of money. But when I had like a 1-year ticket with my clients, that changed my life. A millionaire math is basically the client retention, right? Hustlers have 20% retention rate. So it's 10K more a month. But strategic businesses have 80% retention rates. And for the longest time in my consulting business, we've been open for 3 years, we've held a 90% retention rate. And it's not because I chase or like I look for other clients. It's because I compound my clients. I think about ways and methods for my clients to grow with me, not to just be over niche. And a lot of people are like, just stick to one niche. And I was like, wait, hold on. No, how can I teach a lot of things and each one of them will be incredible? And the first mentor that I had was Tony Robbins. And I think that after my first business, I was like depressed, right? Because a lot of people are like, do an exit, create more money, generate it. You are fucking depressed when you get your first CEO. You're like, what's the purpose of life? What am I supposed to do? How do I get back to the game? And when I met Tony's team, it was like life-changing for me, because Tony was incredible at fucking everything, right? You could go to his business mastery and feel like, wow, it's fucking incredible. And you can go to his wealth mastery, which are sometimes kind of related, but you can also go to his health mastery, which isn't very related, right? So you can like be someone who's like not even an entrepreneur, right? Just a regular person, and go to Tony, or you can buy his wealth mastery and then buy his business mastery and buy just a UPW. So he continually upselled me. And I think for the longest time, I just realized, if you deliver, if you had like great results, and if you solve multiple problems, each a different plan, you figure this all out. And then I thought about Apple, right? I have a bunch of products. This is a MacBook. And I was like, wait, hold on. So I bought an iPhone. I had the greatest experience, right? Because it doesn't just work for service offers. It works for a single company. Then the next thing I'll buy would be their AirPods. And their AirPods are fucking incredible. And then I'd buy a MacBook. And then I'd buy, like, they would over deliver on the product every single time. I'm wearing an Apple Watch right now, and I'm like, they just like, I don't know how much I pay for all of those, but I buy MacBooks every single month for my employees, right? That's what you do in a business. And I'm a returning customer. They not only made sure that I returned to buy their premium offers, which is, by the way, the life, but they also downsold me. Like they sold me the iCloud. They upsold me. They sold me from the iCloud about the Apple Music. When there's a new product, I want to buy it. They just make sure that I return. So when it comes to service business, every offer should just include 1 or 2 steps, right? So solve one specific problem, but have offers that solve specific problems. For an example, let's say that you're a marketing company and you're a coach that teaches me how to thrive on social media. I will also buy, if I like it worked for me, right? And I got organic leads. I will also buy your campaigns. I will also buy other funnels. Returning customers are looking for the ecosystems. They are looking to basically have this one place that gives them the best service when it comes to several problems. Millionaires don't have one offer. They don't even have one plan. They manage to solve several problems with a ladder. So once I reach a certain point, I would like to get to the next point and the next point with you. I would like to evolve and evolve and evolve with you. So the question I asked myself is, how can my client evolve with me? So I had a client who had a marketing academy, and they were like, we want to teach people how to become marketers. They created their bestseller offer yet, right? They were like, wait, hold on, people who are coming to us were bringing their friends, and people were creating a great company. And they were like, for the longest time, didn't know what to do. And I was like, listen, sit down with a client or two, see what they need. How can you upsell them? They created a survey and asked most of their clients, like, how can we improve? What would you buy next? What would you like to buy? And they sold a sales course specifically for marketers. And then they created to retain 95% of their clients. Because a lot of times we think that we should support just one solution. We are too niched down to even look to the sides, if that makes sense. So I could have clients to buy my current plan, right? Again and again and again and again. And some people do. But I would like my clients to evolve. And I think the most important question is, how can I onboard a client? How can I deliver a great offer? Measure what they manage to succeed, measure how many clients are succeeding with me, renew their programs, and repeat? And hopefully, how can I evolve them? So there are 3 types of upsells that we should know about. And the first upsell is a vertical upsell. It's the next level. It's basically how we can offer clients to evolve with me. How can I make them improve with me? What would there be their own next level? We just build systems. Let's scale it to a team. The second offer is the horizontal offer, right? It's the add-on products. Something that basically help them with what they already achieved. So for an example, you got clients. Now let's build systems. For an example, in my company, we have several consultants, right? They could buy a 4-month offer with just one specific consultant. So they could buy just like work on their marketing for 4 months and then work on their systems for 4 months. That would be like a cross-sell, an add-on product. The third offer, which is the best, is the ongoing access, is just how can we just work on like a yearly progress. So what we do in my company is that we sell like the yearly program. And then for every single like 4-month offer, they sit with a consultant to see how they can improve their offer, how they can evolve their program, how can we just like up them and like increase them. They paid for like a year up front, or like they will pay us for every single month for a year. For every single month, we will check their business again and see if they need a reevaluation or see if they need something else to work with them. Once I have those kinds of offers, clients never want to leave me. And I feel like a lot of 6-figure entrepreneurs are stuck in the survival mode because they have a bestseller offer, which is incredible. But the next question that you need to ask yourself, and this is something that I teach in my VSL, my 5x5 method. You can check the link in my program and my YouTube channel. We want to look at everything from above. We can scale our business with selling more, yes, but we can make more money with returning customers. And that is love, but that is why I love what I do. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and I'll give you guys more content.